Yo, what is going on, fellow moviegoers, and welcome back to the Marcos Movies channel. In today's video, we are going to be watching Hannibal Season 1, Episode 10, Buffet Froid, for the very first time. Guys, I feel like we're just getting started on this Hannibal journey, only being almost done with Season 1. I am just so ready to finish off this season and get right into the next one, because this show is starting to get really juicy. Now, I accidentally said last episode that there was 5 seasons of the show. There's actually only 3, and that is the season finale. I don't think they're filming the show anymore. If they are, obviously I will watch the next season, but I'm pretty sure that is the season series finale of Hannibal is only on season 3. So there's only about like 25 episodes left, which me going to be watching 2 episodes a week from now on, it's going to be pretty quick for me to finish the show. So starting about halfway through next season, I want you guys to start leaving your next series suggestions down below, because I think I'm just going to finish off this series before I start anything else, and then I'll go ahead and get into 2 and watch 1 and 1 for the rest of the year. And I'm probably going to be watching 2 shorter-ish shows. So comment down below shows that are about 1 to 3 seasons long. If you want me to watch a longer series show like Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad, something like that, something I haven't seen, leave that below as well if you guys would rather me do that, or watch 2 shorter shows like Lost Boys or something like that, because I want to know what you guys want me to do, because honestly, obviously, it is down to me what I want to do most. But really, my dog's barking. Really, it comes down to what you guys want me to watch most. So just let me know down in the comments what you guys would prefer me watch one really long-lasting show for a while, or watch like a couple shorter shows before. Because eventually I will watch those longer-lasting shows. But I'm just so excited to get done with this Hannibal series, and that's all I'm focused on. I want to start getting kind of in the role of a new show, because obviously this isn't going to last forever. This amazing show isn't going to last forever. I have a bunch of stuff planned for the show for when we end this series, but we obviously have to watch the show. But before we get into this episode, if you guys are fans of the Hannibal series and would like to get my full-length reactions to this entire series, check me out over on my Patreon page, which is always the first link in the description. There you'll find all my exclusive full-length reactions to the entire Hannibal series. So check that page out if you guys are interested in that, or at least join on any single tier level to decide what I watch next in polls. And also, I will be doing Patreon exclusive giveaways every single month from now on, so make sure you guys don't miss out on that. But without further ado, let's quit the talking and get to the reacting, and let's start watching Hannibal. Oh, this doesn't look like a character we've seen before, so obviously this is going to be a victim of someone new. Possibly, or what if the daughter turns to be a killer? Like, she just realizes, oh, I helped him, I'm a killer now. Because obviously that's where we ended last episode. Footsteps, alright. Dude, is she not at all worried of the possibility that someone broke in? If I saw that shit in my house, I'm calling the cops, I'm calling my dad, I'm calling everyone. She's just like, oh, it's just a snowy mistake. No. I'm making sure, dude. I'm quintuple checking. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. That kind of got me a little. Holy shit! That was a really deep bed. That was like a little twin bed. It looked like it wasn't even queen. And how did the blood spurt that much? What did he like? Cut her and just like open it up so it just squirted out? What the fuck? No, how I feel about that kill. It was cool, though. It was kind of a little too gimmicky for me, though. Like, it's just like, that was like a horror movie cliche, that kill.
Isn't that what it is to be alive?
Do you feel alive, Will?
I'd like you to draw a clock face.
Baltimore, Maryland.
That's so interesting. He doesn't even know what he's seeing anymore. Or is he a Matt? The fucking fish.
Well.
Oh.
I saw the look on your face when you came out of that room. Now, what did you experience in there that's got you mute all of a sudden?
I got lost in the reconstruction.
An official. I just want to be careful with you. We don't want to break you here. Is that what's happening?
Dude, this is getting good. I want to actually know Will's backstory, like kind of how he ended up with this ability.
Didn't drown on is all over the floor and under the bed.
After he cut up the victim's face, looks like he was trying to pull her skin back.
What
Like he was removing a mask.
Put a smile on that face. It's the Joker. Oh, is the Joker coming to the show? I'm down. I'm so down for that.
I remember cutting into her. I remember watching her die.
You must overcome these delusions that are disguising your reality.
You mean the difference between sanity and insanity? I don't accept that.
What do you accept? But if it isn't physiological, then you have to accept what you're struggling with.
Hannibal's has the best lines of the show, dude. He just always is a scene stealer. Oh, here we go. Here's gonna come a dumb transition. Yep. Oh, I'm starting to know when they come.
So, Will, these headaches, when did they begin in earnest?
I just slowly became aware that I might not be dreaming.
Diagnosing autoimmune disease.
He started sleepwalking, and I noticed a very specific sense.
Hallucinations, altered consciousness. It's all the telltale signs.
A doctor has to weigh the ultimate benefit of scientific study. Even in these terms, we know so little about the brain.
He's like, you're a damn genius, bro. I wish I was you. Everyone wishes they were Hannibal. Even I would eat people if I was Okay, I don't need police officers here.
Symptoms are only going to get worse.
I know. It's unfortunate for Will.
Brain scans can't diagnose mental disorders. They can only rule out.
Well, I'd rather he go a little mad than other innocents lose their lives, and I think he would feel the same way.
Will is an innocent.
I'm kind of mad at Hannibal. Not Hannibal, Jack. Jack is low-key like my least favorite character. I just hate how he uses Will and then doesn't give a shit about it. He just cares that he catches the killer. Wow, good job.
To himself.
Not always. So far.
My name is Will Graham, and you're alive. If you can hear me,
This is fucking insane.
That's why she doesn't bleed.
Right? There's no circulation. There's nothing alive in the tissue to bind it.
What did you do with it?
I love how you could say all this just from like a glimpse of her.
Mutilated a woman's face because she thought it was a mask.
I just want to know who did.
Me too.
Oh my, I feel like Will's gonna get arrested in one of these future episodes because they think it's him, but it's not. Or something like that, I don't know.
The Jack pushed you right up to the edge, and now you're pushing yourself over.
That said, I feel relatively sane. I feel like I'm seeing a ghost.
Regarding this killer or yourself?
Both?
Well, she's real. You know she's real. I spoke to Dr. Sutcliffe. We briefly discussed the particulars of your visit. Would you like to discuss them with me? It's a rare delusional disorder in which a person believes he or she is dead.
You talking about the killer or me?
Even those closest to her would seem like imposters.
So she reached out to someone she loved, someone she trusted.
And how, oh, that's the This killer's really creepy because of what we know about him or her. It looks like a mask on her face.
I tried to be a good mom. I tried to do everything that I could. I just don't want her to be in pain.
No one's doubting your dedication to your daughter.
When she was 9, and she told me that she was thinking about killing me, and said that she was already dead.
What sort of symptoms did she have? You still don't know.
Why would she?
How little is actually known about mental illness. All they know, it's rarely.
You know that this is almost the director's take on mental illness too. Like he's portraying, or the writer is trying to portray like his thoughts on it.
That lack of leadership on my part, that was my responsibility.
You didn't kill Miriam Lass, the Chesapeake Ripper did.
It didn't
Yeah,
feel that way.
exactly.
You didn't take it. Why not? Let me tell you what I think. I think that the work you do here has created a sense of stability for you.
More expensive
What
and
part of
difficult
the
they are to
human
attain,
could
the
that
better.
be?
It's a distinction that adds an expectation of quality.
Not always.
A case of psychology overriding neurology.
So we know how Iberico gets his pigs.
Imagination is an interesting accelerant for a fever. Now that we have confirmed what it is, it'll be easier to hide from him.
Which means the possibilities are endless.
I don't feel clean.
The murder weapon has the same sort of diseased or damaged tissues that we found at Beth LeBeau's house.
Georgia Madchen followed you here, and while you're ticking away in the MRI, she does this to your doctor.
Under his bed.
It's midnight. You're in Wolf Trap, Virginia. Your name is Georgia Madchen.
That's an insane asylum trip.
Almost all sufferers of this delusion recover with treatment. In extreme cases like this one, electroconvulsive therapy.
Really want to talk to this young woman when she comes to. How much do you think she'll remember?
I sincerely hope for her sake she doesn't remember much.
I do too. I wonder why she can't see faces specifically, though. I swear to God, dude, everyone was complaining that I said I want a long-lasting villain. You were all like, Hannibal is. At first I was like, no, Hannibal's not really a villain. He's he's a villain, but he's kind of like the side character of the villain. But now we're starting to learn, he's just the fucking worst. Like, he does everything. He's not just like Hannibal the cannibal. He's Hannibal the Chesapeake Ripper, Hannibal the Joker. He's Hannibal the everything. Like, this guy, I feel like he's gonna have something to do with every single murder, because so far he has. And honestly, I'm done complaining about a long-lasting villain, because now I'm starting to perfectly realize that Hannibal is exactly that for this series. He's the one who is always in the background, always the one picking the little folds, always the one doing all that shit. He is always seeming to be the one who is behind every killing, even though we think it's someone else. Even the first one he was kind of behind, because he helped him escape, helped him know what was going on. And like, it's just starting to get so interesting and so juicy. And I've said that before. This kind of felt like a little bit, not of a filler episode, but of an episode of us getting clarity of what's going on with this show. Like, we started to realize Will might be mentally ill, but now this episode kind of confirms that. And we knew that Hannibal was a bad guy, but also the coolest guy ever. Now we got clarity of that. It's like we knew Jack was a dick to Will. Now we really know that. But we also know he cares about him a little bit. So this episode kind of felt like a filler, but more as an episode of clarity for this whole show. And I'm just so excited to get moving forward with this show. So thank you guys all for watching my reaction to me watching Hannibal for the first time. If you guys enjoyed this and would like to get my full-length reaction to the rest of the series, check out my Patreon page, which is the first link in the description. At least check out the page to see if you want to join to help me decide what to watch next. But as always, guys, keep watching movies.